we got collaborative works also with the academy, like the Los Baños people, and it's on the waste utilization and on the environmental concern, of course, especially on the Laguna de Bay. We are along this line. So it's very important that we really have to talk and discuss and come up with some agreed points on really the environmental concern of the province.
It's nice to see that it's an activity which is done in the Philippines by Filipinos, which is funded by the Germans, and which I'm particularly pleased about even as a British element, which is BS 855, which is just being introduced inside the room now. So I think this approach to sustainable agriculture and environmental management is commendable and to be welcomed.
I was very impressed by the program today. I was very glad to see a large turnout of the suppliers for Bayer. I think it's very important that the suppliers are all here to recognize, to be involved in this program, to see that it's the decisions of individual suppliers, when multiplied over a large number, it will actually affect the environmental process at the end of the day.
We have a great host, Bayer Crop Science, who is committed to this project, wants to make it work, who has a vision of integrated sustainability along the supply chain. We had motivated participant companies. We have a great team of experts that are going to make this project a success. I'm very, very confident that we are on the right track, that we will have impressive outputs at the end of this project, focus on environmental gains and business gains for everybody involved in the project. So I'm looking forward to see this pulled through and all those benefits that we desire to come out to really come to fruition, and that hopefully within 9 months to a year we kind of look back at our experiences. We have loads of exciting stories to tell, how people have improved environmental conditions and at the same time help their business gain benefits from this project.
From our people we learned that we can still save, even though we are very efficient, and still small things that we save from leaves, water.
I was thankful that I really joined the project just because I feel that Bayer is giving an importance to their partners in business.
I think the biggest project is a good move. It is a move in the right direction. It's about time that we get our industries involved, especially into the partners of Bayer.
The inception of BIGAS project in this plant has brought new meaning to our production operations, as we are able to enhance more what we are doing in the plant. With the Green Team, we were able to share more with and educate our suppliers and link with them what we are doing here, and I think it brought new meaning also to their operations. And it's a pride of the plant that this BS 855 has become now a Philippine national standard. So I think with that, our suppliers can do better to have their products supplied to us in a more environmental friendly way, and we are sure that their operations are all okay.
You can make it happen. You can make it happen in your company. You can be the ones that gets a clap on your shoulders because you have delivered in a couple of months operational efficiencies through the BIGAS PNS BS 8555 project.
Operation. Kasi pag sinabi environmental, naiirita yung kumpanya. Operation, yung konsumo, tutuwa sila. Pero pag sinabi environmental,
Actually, this is not a problem, but more of a sharing of what we are doing in the company.
I believe that you can do it. Let's be serious about making it happen. Let's do all we can to make this happen for the sake of the success of your business and for the sake of contribution to society and future generations. Thanks a lot for being here today. I hope you go home with loads of motivation, loads of courage, and really get yourself digged into it to make it happen. All the best.
Now we are 10 months after the start of that visit, and we were so happy during the last plenary session when the suppliers themselves reported the changes in their companies, The changes range from very simple items to very large amounts of savings.
Instead of throwing away excess inks into or considering it as just rubbish, we reuse it, or we mix different colors of inks to make a new ink which is black. So instead of buying new black inks, we just reuse the different colored inks to produce the black ink.
Another example is our recycling projects. This has been done in the past, but there are no records, so there's no really clear way of knowing how much it benefits the company. Us being a printing company, we turn out in the tons of waste paper per year. And this had been sold in the past, and with the EMS program that we have now, the amount of paper that we produce are now sorted, classified, and turned into a more highly valuable product.
We use this packaging material in our production side. Then it will go to the finishing area. And after finishing, these finishing workers have to use this plastic again. We install plastic holders wherein they are going to place these plastics, and it can be used again to the production area. So it's one way of reducing the consumption of the plastic.
So in the course of this project, we were fortunate to be able to give basic environmental awareness training to the partner suppliers, the distributors, and also to the farmers, rice farmers. And when we were going to their locations during the launches, when we were explaining these things about pollution, environment, etc., they'd say, that doesn't concern us, we're in the province, we're so clean out here, and we don't have a lot of vehicles, no factories, so we are not contributing to that. But when we told them that every time you burn rice straw, you are releasing to the atmosphere a lot of gases which are hazardous to the environment, including dioxins and furans, then they started to listen, and it was new for them, and it was a good thing for us, and we are really so blessed that we are able to impart this kind of knowledge that is alien to them. They never heard of it. So rice straw, of course, is always produced. When you produce rice, it is 1:1. So if you produce a kilo of rice, you also produce a kilo of rice straw. And the data shows that last year, for example, the Philippines produced like 13.5 million tons of rice. Can you imagine? That means 13.5 million tons of rice straw. When the farmers learned that they're doing something which is not really good for the environment, they were ready to accept alternatives. And so there were farmer cooperatives that we dealt with in this project, one in Iloilo, one in Nueva Ecija. And then during the meeting,